afternoon, Jose. Can we have some team news, please? How's everybody come back from internationals?
We have only Ivanovic injury and Courtois recovering. Everybody else is available.
Can you tell us a little bit about your thought process in terms of how you replace Ivanovic in the team during this injury? People have said maybe Zuma, maybe switch Aston across. What's your thinking?
I have 4 solutions. I have Aspilicueta. I have the adaptation of Zuma or Ramirez. And I have Ola Aina, 18-year-old, never played a game in the Premier League, but a boy with lots of potential, and is also an option.
Have you just listed those in order of your preference?
No. It depends on matches, depends on opponents, depends on our moment, but we have solutions.
Can you also tell us a little bit about your thinking about what you do with Ruben Loftus-Cheek at the minute and introducing him to the team? Is that something that you'll do this weekend?
Ruben is with us since January, working with us every day, having the opportunity to play some matches, evolution physically, mentally, tactically. He's going to be I think a really top player. I think so.
Will you start him for the weekend?
He can. He's ready.
Is it a must-win game? And is that a difficult mentality to deal with at this stage of the season, to consider Premier League games must-win games?
Every game is a must-win game for different reasons. And in my approach, every game is a must-win game, and when we don't win, it's always a disappointment or frustration. Every game is a must-win, but we cannot run away from the reality of the table in the Premier League. Obviously, we know that we are not going to be relegated. Obviously, we know that in a couple of months we will be in a position where we normally have to be. But the reality now, today, tomorrow, before the game starts, is the reality of the numbers, and the numbers are very cruel but objective, and we need points.
Just for one bit of clarification on the fine situation, have you had your written reasons yet for why you had the punishment at FA game?
Yeah.
Have you read them?
Yeah.
Are you inclined to appeal it, having read them? You will appeal?
Yeah.
Is there a danger that you might have caused yourself another problem with what you said last night, or do you think that you were within the boundaries of what they consider to be acceptable?
I have to be honest with myself. It's the most important thing. So I have to appeal.
Do you feel as though you can ever repair your relationship with the Football Association?
No, I think in the moment we got the written reasons and I decided to appeal. I think it's moment to stop with my opinions and not to add anything more than I did already, which I think I was very objective in my sadness facing the situation.
The only reason I ask about the relationship with the FA, you've talked in the past about possibly far in the future, maybe one day managing England. It seems less and less likely that could happen with the relationship between you and the FA as it is.
Maybe I am naive, and I know that naive I can use that word. Maybe I am naive, but for me, English football fans, the English passion for the game, what makes me like so much this country and the football in this country is not the FA. It's the people. It's the people. And if one day I have to work for that people, I will.
How do you move on from the current situation where there have been a few negative stories since the start of the season? How do you move this on and make things positive again here? Is it only by winning games that you can do that?
Well, what people write, what people think. I don't know how to stop, and I don't know what to do. And to be fair, that's not a big concern for me. We need to win matches for us, for our club, for Chelsea supporters. We have to win matches, and we know that. But how to stop stories and bad stories and unfair stories, I don't know how, and we are not worried with.
And a final one, just on the mentality within the group, because you mentioned a story that talked about, you know, this mutiny and player unrest. Even though you've said that players have said publicly in their interviews how much they're behind you and how much they support you, they're really only ever going to say that. They're not going to criticise you in public. But what can you say from inside about the strength of the group?
Well, in your words, you are saying that the ones that speak well about me, they do that just because they don't speak bad. That's what you are trying to say.
I just don't think any of them would be stupid enough to say, no, we don't. We're not behind him. But they have to say positive things. It's not that they don't believe it, they have to say it. So I'm just asking, from your point of view, inside the group, what do you see?
Well, you gave me already your point of view. There is no point if I give you my point of view.
Jonathan.
Jose, have you ever thought about meeting with the FA just so they could explain to you why you're getting
I think,
fines?
I think with all due respect, I think Jose's already said we want to stop comments there, or Jose wants to stop comments there. If we're going to go into an appeals process, we don't do anything that prejudices the outcome of that.
Okay. The players have obviously been away for a couple of weeks since that Southampton game. Is that, in a way, maybe been good for them to get away from here and have a different environment?
I don't know, because I feel that they're okay here. I don't see a player not happy to be here. I don't see the players unhappy when they are together. So I don't think the national team time is good for them. I don't think it's bad too, because to be in a national team, I think is always an honor for a player, and every player likes to go. So when they go, when they have the chance to go, I think they go always very positive, and they like very much to go. Your question maybe has a relation also with some questions I put to myself, and one of the reasons why these 2 fixtures for the national teams, we had a special attention with them, was exactly to try to understand things. And this time, the first fixture, I watch every match of my players, some live, some later, but I watch every game of my players. In the second fixture, I went to the Spanish game, Silvino went to Serbia, Jose went to Belgium, Rui controlled South America, Steve was with the Football Association, with the England under 21s, and what I analyzed in this period was no player was better in the national team than they are with us. So it's not the habitat that is making them play better or worse. In this moment they are what they are, and they are in the situation where they are, which gives me total confidence that we'll be here, that we have to improve them, they have to improve, and they have to go back to their normality. So now we have almost 1 month together, a great month, because you play Saturday, then Tuesday, then Saturday West Ham, then Tuesday Stoke in the Cup, then Liverpool, then again Dynamo Kiev. So now is non-stop every 2 days, every 3 days. I think is a very good period to be, because if we are not very well individually and collectively, I think play and play and play again is the best thing that can happen. Obviously, you don't need to lose and lose and lose, because then psychological issues are coming into the game. But in normal conditions, getting normal results, I'm not even saying win, 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 win. I'm saying win, draw, even a defeat, but going back to a situation of normality, I think is a great month. It's a great month with so many matches.
And have you had to do a bit of soul searching yourself over the last couple of weeks as well?
What do you mean?
Well, soul searching, trying to work out what you need to do and what's gone wrong so far.
We do that every day, but today we had a good conversation again. A conversation that I'm sure that you have some bugs in some of these chairs and some source or imaginary source will tell you. We laugh a lot because Diego Costa found the reasons for the bad results.
And what was that?
I cannot tell you. And he gave us the solution. He gave us the solution to go back to victories.
So all is well.
Huh?
All is well. Is there a bit of a you talked about the psychological effect and the self-confidence and the lack of belief. Is there a bit of a fear factor there with the players? No.
No. I don't think fear factor is the right word. Lack of confidence, a little bit of less self-esteem can affect your style of play, can affect your body language in a game. Yes, fear factor. I don't believe at this level. I don't believe in it.
Matt?
Jose, how has Nemanja Matic reacted to being hauled off, having been a substitute in the first place?
Fine. It's fine.
Is he someone that could come into play? You've spoken about how he is underperforming as an individual. Is he someone that could play tomorrow?
He's a very good player. He's a very good player. He's a top player. So it's not a moment, it's not a period, it's not a bad game or a few bad games that make me lose the trust and the belief in such a good player. He's a very good player.
And Aston Villa, what do you make of them at the moment? Tim Sherwood's clearly having trouble with them. There's been suggestions from bugs and sources that he has two games to save his job.
Yeah. You are right. Suggestions.
How do you assess Aston Villa at the moment?
How do I assess? Good players, good team. Not getting the best results, but a team that lost two very important players, and a team that the manager is trying to rebuild, having losing probably the two most important players of the team. But a good team with good players, and I don't believe Chelsea will be in this position in a couple of months. I don't believe Aston Villa will be in this position in a couple of months too.
Jose, do you think that, whilst you say that the players aren't afraid of the current situation, do you think teams no longer fear playing Chelsea, and that's something you have to get back?
Maybe. Yeah, I thought about it. It's normal. One thing is to go to a stadium where you know that there is a huge percentage of defeats for the away team. Another thing is to go to a stadium where you know in the last 4 matches the home team only won once. So I think is normal that the confidence levels and the belief in getting a good results are higher. That's normal, and this is a plus to make our job difficult, because confidence levels are very important, and I really believe that every team that coming now to Stamford Bridge, they don't fear, they think they can get a result.